It's all gonna be fine.
Yeah. It
It's
will
all
be
gonna be
fine.
fine, just like the Mikelsons having to split up because
Oh God.
of the Hollow and the constant threat of the Hollow.
Yeah, God forbid that they would have to go their separate ways for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Been alive for
Even though they
thousands
go
of
their own
years.
way quite often.
Yes, and like not by choice because Klaus kills them and puts them away.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we finished season 4 of the originals and getting ready to start season 5 if we haven't started that already.
I have not.
All right. I didn't either because there were
Yeah.
things I preferred to watch today while I was working on wedding stuff.
Yep.
Like Yellow Jackets season 2.
Neat. I still have to watch season 1. Don't say anything.
It's so good, you're gonna love it.
I know, I can't wait. Sounds awesome. Cool.
But yeah, I still stand by season 4 being the strongest. Like season 3 was such a drag, but I really enjoyed season 4. The threat of the Hollow is great, and from what I read online, the Hollow is still the main threat in season 5.
Oh,
so I'm wondering if it was all meant to be one entire season, but they split it since both run about 13 episodes long.
That is good of them to split it just to give us a tiny break because Jesus, I don't know if I could do another like 22 episode season.
Yeah. But yeah, the Hollow was great. Marcel was there.
He was there. So cool.
Vincent had a much larger role. I feel like Marcel really was kind of a side character after his climax in season 3.
Yeah.
Like they pulled him in when they needed help regarding like the New Orleans vampire witch politics.
Yeah, that's how I see it too. Definitely.
And I appreciate that the Hollow was played by a Native American actress.
Ooh,
I wasn't sure, so I Googled it. Good on them. Unlike Twilight casting Taylor Lautner as an Indigenous person.
I know. Jeez, at least everybody else was an Indigenous actor, though. But geez.
Which I understand the confusion and shock finding out that Taylor Lautner has like maybe one drop of Indigenous blood in his family line, because he is so fucking tan.
Yeah, he's really like Native American passing.
Yeah.
So yeah, shocked us all.
Yeah, so it was nice that there is an actual Native American actress playing this Native American, or at least ancient American entity.
Yeah.
Something a lot of shows didn't think about at the time.
Cool that it was a girl too.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
But they figured out the only way to prevent her from wreaking her havoc in New Orleans is to once again split up her bones, and Freya decided the best way to do that was for each of the Mikelsons to take one and leave and separate forever.
Yes.
And they were all like, this is gonna suck, but I guess to protect Hope, it's what we need to do.
Right.
Because that was the big threat. Oh, that's what I really wanted to talk about is the Hollow took over Hope's body, and the little actress playing Hope is so fucking good.
I know, she did great being able to do two characters.
Yeah, she is so talented. Like, I couldn't believe she's only like 8 years old in these episodes.
Oh my gosh, that's so young too. Good for her.
She was so good.
I know.
But that was the only way they could save Hope and get the Hollow out of her body, was to once again separate the Hollow's bones and take it to different places across the globe and never reunite, or at least not reunite until they figure out a better solution.
Right.
Elijah and Haley break up because Haley went into Elijah's mind and saw kind of who he used to be. The kind of monster he used to be, not who he is now, but it still frightened her enough to no longer want to be with him.
Yep. So they broke up. Rest in peace to that relationship.
Yeah. Which is kind of stupid because Haley had to know. She's been hanging out with the Mikkelsons for so long that she had to know that Elijah was more like Klaus than he let on.
Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, Elijah's great and like, you know, he's a new person, but like he's been alive for like a bazillion years, Haley. Like, you don't have to worry about what happened in like 700 BCE or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, well, that one moment of your life, I didn't agree with it. So sorry. It's
so
like, okay.
So heartbroken that he's lost the love of his life and his family in one day, he goes to Marcel, and Marcel's main role this season, I feel, even though he was there, was use his super original powers to basically wipe Elijah's mind. He compelled him to forget everything about the Mikelsons, about Klaus, about Haley, and just go live his own life.
That was wild. Yeah. I did not see that coming, so that was pretty cool.
And it makes sense because of the Mikelsons, the two that are going to be impossible to keep away from each other are Klaus and Elijah.
Yes.
And also definitely. Probably Klaus and Rebecca, but
yeah,
since she's a guest role in this series most of the time.
Yeah.
So the final shot of the season we get is Elijah jamming out on the piano in some Parisian bar, and someone gives him $100 tip in American money.
Hey, that's my joke. But yeah, it's not, but I was like, wait a minute. That's American money. So and like he looked like, okay, so Elijah looks back at Klaus and they're like staring at each other, and you think that he might remember him, and then he like just nods like, thank you for the tip, but then he's probably like staring at him like, the fuck this guy just give me American money for? We're in France. But it was still a very nice moment, very emotional. But I was like, I messaged Sam and I was like, the fuck, Sam? Gave him American money.
Like, I think we're supposed to think of it as Klaus misses his brother, and maybe there's a hint of recognition in Elijah's eye. But really, it's this guy just gave me $100 in American money, which is probably only like 75 euros.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much is that really?
Not counting the fee of having to get that exchanged.
Yeah, so now he has to go take it to the bank. Ugh, yeah, like he doesn't want to have to do that shit. He's a pianist. He's a cool musician.
Yeah,
go to the bank.
But no, season 4 was really good. I can't wait to see how they wrap this puppy up and set up Legacies, because Legacies has been set up. There was a 7-year time jump right at the end. That's what happened in Paris. And we see that Haley is in Mystic Falls with Alaric, and Hope is attending the Salvatore school.
Nice. Excellent. Wonderful.
So we're building up to the transition from the originals to Legacies, and then Legacies is the final chapter of the Vampire Diaries universe so far.
So far, yes. I mean, and how many seasons of the Legacies?
It's only 3 seasons. It got canceled.
So only 3, but that's still a lot.
Yeah. Depending if they still follow the 22 episode structure, we don't know yet.
Oh God. That would be awful if they did.
It's fine. We're almost done with this, and then we can watch another thing.
Yeah, we'll watch another thing. But God, my head will explode if there's another 22 episode. But we will do it, but we just won't like it. But we'll still do it. It's fine.
I mean, we might like it. It might be a nice breath of fresh air.
Right. What if it's like really, really nice? So we'll see.
I mean, it might actually be the final chapter of the Vampire Diaries universe, since it did get canceled. When a show gets canceled, that usually means the spin-offs aren't going to happen if they had any planned.
Yeah, exactly. Spin-off to a spin-off.
But yeah, that's not all we're here to discuss this week. We also review movies here on this podcast. If you're the one listener who only listens for our Vampire Diaries takedown, which why they're not that good.
I know, they're really not. We're just like telling you what has happened already.
Really, this only happened because we would talk about Outlander and other shows we were watching. So it was like, why not just watch a fucking show?
Yeah, dude, Outlander, me and Luke started rewatching it. I didn't know that they were still doing Outlander. Like season 7 is like
it's
in the works.
I think it started filming. I'm not sure. I didn't renew my stars to watch season 6 as it was coming out live, because the end of season 5 is so fucking brutal. And
wait, don't like say anymore, because I am halfway through season 4. I didn't get to season 5 yet.
Okay.
But oh my God, it's so brutal. It's probably so crazy.
Like for me, and I know like her fans are gonna come after me if they're listening and if they care. But the constant conflict default for Outlander is
Mm.
rape. Everyone in this
Yes.
family has, will, was, they're getting raped.
Yeah, last night we just watched an episode where, spoiler alert if you haven't seen season 4 of Outlander, but when Brianna, the daughter, goes and travels back in time, and she goes to meet that pirate guy, or like she has a fight with her boyfriend Roger after they have sex, and then she goes to the inn and the pirate guy is there and she sees her mom's ring and she wants to have it as if he would fucking give it to her. And he fucking rapes her. And I was like, oh, is anyone gonna rescue her like Roger or like her lady servant? But no. And I was like, wow, okay. So
It's
you
just-
are right, Sam. At every turn, once I've had a breath of fresh air, it just hits you right, comes right back at you, and there's another rape.
And fans of the show, if you complain about the amount of times it happens throughout the series, they're like, well, that's just the way it was back then. I'm like, okay, but there was also a lot of other stuff going on.
Right, exactly. Yeah, come on now.
It wasn't just everybody getting sexually assaulted left and right. Yeah, it was probably a very common occurrence in the 1700s, just like it is today.
Right.
But just like today, there's other shit going on in the world that you can write conflicts around.
Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness. But I am glad that Murda is back now in the show, because it was getting a bit boring without him, because he's my favorite character ever. So I'm glad he's back. But anyway, that's where I'm at. So we can talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching a lot of it. A lot.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and pick the movie for next week. So before I say this, I've been thinking I'm gonna renew my Shudder because there's a lot of cool movies coming out in Shudder this month, and we should get on that shit.
Yeah, Shudder. Yes, dude.
Try and be relevant.
They'll let me hop on that shit on your Shudder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we can watch the cool shit. Like a lot of cool shit's gonna come out this summer on Shudder. A lot of brand new Shudder originals that I'm very excited for.
Wow, cool.
So we'll maybe review some relevant horror movies.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, like, hey guys, we're going to do this 2017 movie that just came out on Netflix.
Listen, there is a place for it because people are watching these 2017 horror movies on Netflix.
That is true. Yeah, that's true. I wanted to make that joke because it applies to me and you, of course.
Anyway, speaking of irrelevant horror movies that we're going to review.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I can't wait to find out if we've done this yet, but I kind of want to rewatch it. Unfriended, the 2014 filmed on a MacBook Pro horror movie.
Wait, no, I think did we do Unfriended?
I don't think we did we?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't think we did.
I think we talked about it.
I think we've talked about it because it came out when we were in grad school, kind of. Wait. No, it came out the year before we were in grad school.
I don't think we did.
Cool. This is another reason to review relevant horror movies is I can't remember what we've done.
I know, it's been years.
We've fallen off the spreadsheet, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, no,
2014.
Unfriended is fun. We probably talked about it in our private life before the podcast because I definitely watched it in grad school.
We probably talked about it because we probably said like, hey, watch this. And I was probably like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. And I like never did.
Yeah. So this movie is scary, suspenseful. 6 teens whose cyberbullying drove their classmate to kill herself become the target of an online stalker with a lethal agenda.
Dang.
I liked it. We'll see how I feel about it now, but I remember liking it.
Okay. Yeah.
It was fun. At least.
Yeah, Billy227 is their user that joins them, and then they think it's a technical glitch and they get a scary message. Okay, well, this sounds interesting. So actually, I feel like this could be timely because like they are on like, it looks like a Zoom or something like that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
You probably didn't because I don't know if you have Shudder, but we watched Host, a group of friends and I, during the pandemic, which was a pandemic-made movie, a group of friends holding a seance over Zoom. Like the whole thing was filmed on Zoom in real time.
Oh, I see a 2020 Host. I did not see it, but I like remember hearing about it. It's got like a pretty good rating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think Unfriended was kind of the precursor of doing Host.
Gotcha.
Really was a movie filmed on Zoom. Like it has that. It's only 45 minutes because if you're using the free version of Zoom, that's how long you can set up a meeting for.
How cool. Nice.
So,
that's very clever.
Whereas Unfriended had the benefit of being a movie not made during the pandemic. So I know there are continuity errors. You're not really paying attention, but if you occasionally look up at the clock, you'll see it change times randomly.
Oh, cool. Of course. Now I'll definitely pay attention to that then when I watch.
Yeah. Instead of just like being a linear time, you can tell where things were cut and changed and they just didn't fix the time of the clock.
Damn. They should just had no time.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But yeah, okay. Well, this is very cool. I've not seen it. I look forward to watching it. Unfriended on Netflix. 3.1 audience rating. Cool. Let's do it. 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's good because sometimes it'll be a movie and it'll be like 2 hours and I'll be a little surprised. Sam, are you there still? Sam may be having some technical difficulties. Oh, Sam's mic died. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Go ahead and watch Unfriended on Netflix, and we will discuss all of it next week. And we're going to watch a little bit of season 5 of the originals. So meet up with us next week. All right, guys. Talk to you later. And Sam says bye. Bye, Sam. Yeah, she says my mic is working. I'm very sorry, fans. But she says goodbye. All right, everybody. Goodbye. We will end recording now. And yes.
I love the creepy dog.